So I was recently inspired by an amazing message. Shout out to Elevation Church for that. Question for you. Are you living in a now that you once thought was a never? Just let that sink in a second. I think it's so important for all of us to take that inventory of where we're at right now, right? All the things to be grateful for, the things that you've built and grown to. At one point, the now that you're in was a never. At least in terms of the accomplishments, the lifestyle, the relationships, the business, the things that you have in those realms. For a lot of us, at one point, that was a never, right? I know for us, this is huge because it's so easy to get caught up in, oh, we're not doing enough, or we haven't hit that level yet, or we haven't done what, they're doing over there. But seriously, when I sit back and realize the now that I'm in, holy moly, that was such a never at one point until we shifted our mind and got around the right people, right, to help us pull that out and make it a now. But we never dreamed at some points in our life that we would own hundreds of multifamily rental properties worth tens of millions of dollars, that we would have a amazing brokerage with some incredible agents in it, that we would have done, I don't even know how many flips and rehabs and wholesales at this point. I mean, 100 renovations minimum, all of these things, and 3 beautiful children. And we run all this without any direct employees. We have some fantastic subcontractors, other professionals, other companies that we sub out, because that's what we want, because that's our vision, because we want to drop our kids off and pick them up every day, because we want to be open to helping others, connecting with others. We want to leave some time, some buffer in our lives to make sure that we're doing the things most important to us and to our vision. But that now that we're in, at one point, it really truly felt like a never. Like, holy moly, that could never be real. That could, based on our current experience in that time, right? So I would challenge you, dig into that a little for you. What are you living in now that at some point in the past was a never? And how do you continue to then grow and add and change and do the things that maybe in this moment you're telling yourself are a never, right? Because it's so important to keep track of that, to be conscious of it. It sneaks up on us, and our minds are sometimes our own worst enemies. Sometimes we're telling ourselves that it's a never or it's impossible before we even try, and we're not even giving it a shot to realize the dreams that we have, to do the things we want, to spend the time with the people that we care about and want, to make the changes that we feel in our hearts we need to do, but we're letting fear overcome our next step, or we're allowing it to hold us back from making that change. Whatever it is, but I just would challenge you, take a little inventory. Where are you at right now that you thought was a never? And then how can you use that as momentum to get to those next things that you want? Make sure you're getting around the right people, getting into a group, getting with people that are like-minded to help keep that top of mind, to help that growth continue, to help you keep that gratitude in the forefront. It's very powerful. It's an exercise that I have to remind myself to do often, but give it a try. I'd love to hear how it goes. Comment below, reach out. We'd love to hear what you're doing to improve, to grow, to meet the vision that you have in your life. So hopefully that little tool will help, and can't wait to hear from you. See ya.